This is a slightly different tasting note because it's for an aged white wine from the Abruzzo. So, Inalto, 2018 Abruzzo Bianco. Say it's a bit different for two reasons actually. One, it's an old wine from the Abruzzo. Doesn't come up very often. It's quite rare to even do something like this. The other is, it's Abruzzo Bianco. It's not Trebbiano d'Abruzzo, the most famous of all of the DOCs. And it's worth just slightly explaining this one, because Trebbiano d'Abruzzo, Trebbiano the grape type from the Abruzzo. Now, there is a very particular Trebbiano variety called Trebbiano Abruzese. Now, your average wine merchant will say Trebbiano d'Abruzzo is more interesting than normal Trebbiano because they have their own Trebbiano, which is true. But the DOC allows for many, many Trebbiani, and Trebbiano Abruzese is merely one of those, and it usually isn't the main one. So in this case, Trebbiano Abruzese is one of the main grapes. The other grape this wine is made from is Pecorino. Now, back in the day, Pecorino would also be one of the family of Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. So Pecorino, Trebbiano Abruzese, Trebbiano Toscana, many, many others, Passarina, Cocciolo, all of these would have been in Trebbiano d'Abruzzo in the past. So arguably, the wine we're tasting in the past would have been Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. In fact, I suspect it would squeeze into the DOC rules without any bother at all, but Inalto, very smart wine producers, they prefer to just use Abruzese Bianco because they don't want to be associated necessarily with the other producers making Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. Bit sad, because there's nothing wrong with that. You look, there are some great wines. If you look at Valentini, they make a very famous Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. You look at Pepe, another great Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. Camillo Montori, fantastic Trebbiano d'Abruzzo. Many different wines, many different styles. It's a really interesting white wine, especially up here, because this is high altitude. So you're near Aquileia, you're in the Forno, where very, very hot days, cold nights, great swings of temperature. On the nose, this is fantastic. So you're getting that mature roasted nut, deep peach, some of that oxidized flavors. So you've got some of that Fino sherry coming through, nuts, Fino, salt. Delicious. Honey, deep nutty fruit, dried peaches, dried apricots. Some real power running through this wine, no oak. So the texture that you're getting is really from the lees aging. Pecorino is fascinating, so that can give the more tropical flavors. Trebbiano tends to give tighter, more citrus, fresher flavors. Combined together, I think the balance is probably better than both of them apart, perhaps. Wine with real power, real complexity, beautiful balance. If you enjoy fresh, easy Suaves, don't buy this one. This is for people who like a little bit more texture, some maturity, just to try something different. See what happens when some really great winemaking produces a wine that has been allowed to age, because actually it's been in the warehouse for a little while, and our warehouse is very nice for maturing wines, and it's done a particularly good job in this case. There are only a case or two left, so snap it up. Super interesting. This is, for me, what Abruzzo wines is one of the great examples of what the story should all be about. Enjoy.